Welcome. In this session, we would be discussing financial accounting related reports. In this subledger, this is the mostly used report in order to view any one account balance or the whole group accounts balances. We use this subledger. Here, select the account, then click on OK. It will display the balance of that particular account. So here the balance is 29,85,300 rupees debit balance. This is the receivable amount for the organization. We can view any accounts balance through this, or even we can select the group also here. When we select the group, say customers, the whole accounts which are under the group, those balances will be displayed in this report. So in this report, we have this from due dates, from which date to which date you want to view the report. If you want to view the report for 2 months, then we have to enter the date as 31st May 2010. To view on the screen, we are using this screen option. In order to print, we use this print option. Directly it will be printed. In order to export this to some other application, or in order to send the mail, we use this option. Choose this and choose export to clipboard, export column headings. It will be there in a clipboard. So in some other application, maybe in Word or Excel, so when we use this paste option, then the data will be pasted into some other application. Next, in order to send the mail to the customer, we can use the same option. Here you will find this email option. Email ID we have to enter here, say xyz@yahoo.com, whatever it is. Email subject. Directly the mail will be sent, the account statement will be sent to the customer from Focus itself. In order to send this mails, some settings are to be made in preferences. That is discussed in the preferences presentation. Next, we have this HTML. We'll get the same data in a HTML format. So by default, the HTML file will be stored in the data folder. So let us check that. So this is the data in a HTML format. Next, we have a option called Excel. Directly the report will be opened in a Excel. So here it has been opened and it will be saved onto the outputs location which we have specified in regedit. Next, we have this PDF. The report will be opened in a PDF format. The same report in a PDF format. All these output options, customize, set report filters, layout, from due dates will be available in all the reports. So next is to print in a draft mode, we use this. To output to a file, we use this. Layout. The purpose of layout is, while customizing, we have an option called report name. So when we require a new layout, that can be created through this. So we may require some additional columns in this report, that is in this layout. Maybe we may require account 2 also in this. In order to include a new column or to delete a column, we are using this customize option. Through this customize, we can include. So we have given some new report name. That layout name will appear in this. By selecting the layout, in this layout, both account 1 and account 2 will appear, while in default one, account 2 will not appear. In a standard report, account 2 will not appear. As per the requirement, we can create the layouts so that one user can use one layout. This is to include or remove the column. In order to remove the column, we are using this delete column. Next, if you once again want to include the column, just double click on this. The account name column has been included. Next, set report filters. The purpose of set report filters is, so while viewing the report, in a report, the same set report filters is also available here as filter report. In this, so the transactions are to be filtered like I want to view only salaries. So that is possible through this filter report. Select the account as salaries. Now out of the whole accounts, it will display salaries only. So not only account wise, product wise, branch wise, warehouse wise, department wise, we can filter. So in order to filter amount wise or voucher type wise, then we have to use this enable advanced filter. Here we have to choose the column. So whether say voucher type equal to payment PMD, only payment entries will appear. So we have to use this abbreviation at the time of filter. So amount wise also we can filter by using the same in the same way. Next, the same options are available in all the reports, either in ledger or subledger. Again, the difference between subledger and ledger is here we can view only one account balance or one group balance. While in ledger, we can view many accounts or even all accounts. Balances with details can be viewed through this option. So now it is showing transactions of all accounts. Next is, in order to view the cash balance, we use this cash book. To view bank balance, we use this bank book. To view petty cash balance, if we have created any petty cash account, then petty cash balance can be viewed through this report. So in all these reports, day-wise closing balance will appear. If we select the cash account, so the closing balance of 1st April will be the opening balance for 5th April. In such a way, day-wise opening and closing balances will be displayed in all these reports. In order to view the daybook, we use this daybook option where the transactions will be displayed date-wise, all transactions of 1st April, then transactions of 5th April, etc. Next, we have this bank reconciliation. The purpose of bank reconciliation is in order to keep track of the check details which we have deposited, trace the checks out of the deposited or issued checks, which checks has been cleared and which are still uncleared. That is possible through bank reconciliation. So in this, additionally, we have to change this. By default, the status of all transactions will be outstanding. By using this toggle status, we have to change the status as cleared. Then only it will be reflected in the bank balance. Otherwise, it will only be reflected in book balance if the status is outstanding. The bank balance it is showing as a 0. If the status has been changed, now it has been changed as 50,000. So as per the bank statement or bank passbook, we have to change this status whether it is cleared or still outstanding. To view the report, we are using this. It will display the report. In order to view sales details, we use this sales register. Here select the sales account. So what is the sales as on today will be displayed through this report, that is 42,61,335. So this report will display product wise details. Here in this sales invoice 6, there are 2 products. That's why it is showing in 2 separate lines, while we have one more report, that is summary sales book. In this, it will display only voucher wise. The total of the bill amount will be displayed in this report. It will not display product wise. Anything recorded in sales returns, that will appear in this sales returns register. So next, in the same way, purchase register product wise, summary purchases voucher wise, purchase returns, the returns which we have recorded in purchase returns document will appear in this. So VAT has been discussed in separate presentation. Next we have this registers. So whatever entries we have recorded in journal entries register, that will appear over here. Opening balance register, the entries recorded in opening balance document will appear in this report. Entry journal, so all the transactions will appear in this entry journal. This is a kind of journal book where you will find all the transactions. So that is payment, purchase, receipts, opening, everything you will find in this. PDC receipts. So whatever PDC receipts we have recorded through this document, those entries will appear in this report. So this report additionally will have three options. If you want to view all PDC, then we have to choose this. To view only converted PDCs, we have to use this. To view unconverted PDCs, we have to use this option. In order to convert the PDCs, as it has been discussed, so we have to use this convert mature PDCs to vouchers. In order to view the final reports, we use this final accounts. Then you will find trial balance, P&L, trading account, trading P&L, balance sheet. In all these reports, additionally you will find some options called reporting level and format. The purpose of reporting level is, while creating accounts, we may have created some groups like this. So vendors, customers, like this we may have created some accounts. I want to view only summary of those groups. In such cases, the reporting level must be minimum. Then it will display only group wise totals. Individually customer wise details will not appear. In the same way, sales group, vendors group, it will display only group wise information. In order to view more detailed information, this reporting level must be maximum. In such cases, now it is showing customer wise, so not group wise. So customers individual amount. So next, in the same way for all the groups, individually customer wise or vendor wise balance will appear, account wise balance will appear. Next we have this format option. In this vertical format, so the amounts, debit amounts will appear first, then credit amounts will appear, while in horizontal and plain format, debit amount will appear in one column and credit amount will appear in another column. Trial balance, to view the summary of all similar accounts, we use this trial balance. Next we have this P&L. In order to view expenses related details with net profit, we use this P&L report. In order to view trading related information like purchases, sales, gross profit, we use this trading account. While trading and P&L is a combination of these two, P&L and trading. In trading P&L, both the gross profit as well as net profit will be displayed with trading and income and expenditure details. P&L, here it is showing the net profit of 14,27,291, while in trading account it will display only gross profit, that is 31,94,935. While in trading P&L it will display both gross profit as well as net profit. So this is the gross profit and this is the net profit. It will display both in this report. Next we have balance sheet. All application of funds and sources of funds will be displayed. Sources of funds are liabilities and application of funds are assets. Next we have schedules. Normally schedules are the attachments with the balance sheet. They will take a printout of consolidated balance sheet and the details like vendors list or customers list, So those details can be attached through this schedules by taking a printout. Select the group whichever you want to take a printout. So if we want to take a printout of only customers or vendors, choose customers. Then we can take the printout of customers. Next, we have this funds flow statement, cash flow statement. Basing on the transactions we have recorded, it will display. So what is the inflow of cash and outflow of cash, inflow of funds and outflow of the funds. Cash inflow, outflow will appear. Next, we have this budget report. While creating accounts for expenditure accounts, we may have entered the budget amount. In order to view budget amount, actual expenditure amount and the variance occurred, so whether excess occurred or shortfall, can be viewed through this report. Next, fixed assets schedule. The purpose of report is to display the depreciation amount. So this is the simple depreciation which will appear only in the report. The entry will not be posted into the accounts. So it will display the depreciation amount as per the percentage we have specified at the time of accounts creation. Next, we have this multi-company final accounts. The purpose of this report is to view the P&L and balance sheet of more than one organization. Sometimes a group of companies, so they may be having some individual companies, they want to view the consolidated P&L and balance sheet of more than one company at a time. That is possible through this report. Here we have to press Control and select all the companies whichever you want to view. Then just those columns are to be included by using customize. Like in order to include the columns, we are using this report specific. There you will find all the columns: accounts, amount for ABC, amount for details of ABC. After including all these columns, you will find this report. Amount of ABC, amount of ABC India Private Limited. So as per the requirement, they will appear in separate columns. So trial balance, P&L, balance sheet. So other companies' P&L balance sheet will appear in this report. Next, we have this receivables and payables. So in this, in order to view receivables, one customer may be having so many bills pending. So we can view all those bills through this report, pending bills. In order to view receivables, we use this. To view the payables, we use this. To view both, we use this. So here, as customer C has so many bills pending, so that's why it is showing a number of times, while customer B, through subledger or ledger, it will display only the consolidated balance of a particular account. It will not display bill by bill information, while in this report it will display bill by bill pending information, balance amount. Next, in this we have bill wise analysis, which will display the bill wise details, even the received amount as well as adjusted amounts will be displayed. Unadjusted, semi-adjusted, adjusted amounts will appear in this report, which will be useful to give the printout to the customer so that he will be able to identify so how the amounts have been adjusted and what are the bills pending. Next, we have this aging analysis. It will display since how many days the bills are pending. So the total amount is pending. Even if you want to change the slabs, bills less than 15 days, bills greater than 30 days, we can view through this. We can change the slabs also. Now it will display this customer D amount, total 8,50,000 is pending. So out of that, 8,54,000 is pending more than 30 days and 4,000 is pending more than 60 days. In such a way, it will display. Here in this report, it will display only the total of all pending bills, while we have another report called bill-wise aging. So if a customer has 10 bills pending, then all the pending bills will appear in this report. So it's a bill by bill information, bill by bill aging. Next, we have this overdue analysis. The bills which have crossed the due date will appear in this overdue analysis. So at the time of account creation, we may have entered the due date. So the bills which are under due can be viewed through these due bills. The bills which have crossed the due dates can be viewed through this by choosing this overdue option. Next, sales and purchase analysis. It will display the party-wise sales. If you have to give any incentive or any gift to the customer, at that time individual customer-wise sales is required. That is possible through this report. The total sale of customer A is 30 lakhs 10,300, while the customer B is 2 lakhs 20,000. Next, we have this product wise, which will display product wise sales. Here we have to select sales account. Product A, the total sales is 24 lakhs 8,000, while Wipro computer is 84,000. Product wise it will display. Not only sales but also purchase related party wise purchases and product wise purchases can also be viewed through this reports. Next, we have this miscellaneous analysis. In this we have peak and low balances. On which particular date a account had the highest debit balance, on which date it had the lowest balance. It will display with dates. Low debit balance with date, high debit balance with date, low credit balance and high credit balance with dates will appear through this report. Next, we have this comparative analysis, which will display month by month comparison. So in the month of April we had this much of sales, in the month of May this much of sales. So that is possible through comparative analysis report. Transaction types analysis, it will display the amounts voucher wise. Say how much amounts we have entered in receipts, how much amounts we have entered in payments. That can be viewed through this report. Next, we have this ABC analysis, which will display the amounts in a descending order. In a group of customers, so let the telecaller have to call the customers who has the highest balance. That is possible through this report. Not only for customers but also for any expenses accounts, this is possible.